Sex myth number 3.
If you wear 2 condoms, it'll decrease your chances of having AIDS or having a baby or whatever.
That's a myth. Condoms. Do youth actually use them?
No, not really.
No, I don't think they use them, to be honest.
They don't talk about it as much as they should talk about it. So that's why people don't use them.
If they don't use condoms, they're like, I don't use protection because, you know, me and my boyfriend got this close relationship. We don't really need to use them. We know so much about each other.
It's more like the boys pressure the girls to do it without a condom.
Some people just be like, not worry about it, I guess. They'll forget about it. The girls probably, I don't know. They'll probably mention it to the boy or whatever, but the boys probably don't worry about it.
What bad things do you hear about condoms?
They pop fast.
I don't really hear a negative thing unless they be like, oh, well, we was doing it and it broke.
I do believe that they do have malfunctions.
I hear this stuff like it doesn't really work because we had like some kind of talk in Texas. They said that condoms only work like 80% of the time.
It don't give it the feeling.
Guys say it feels uncomfortable.
They don't like the feeling of a condom.
Boys say that it feels weird with a condom on.
What good things do you hear about condoms?
They normally say positive things about it.
I know that the positives are they can prevent pregnancies and HIVs and STDs.
It helps protect you from diseases and it helps to not have pregnancy at a young age and everything if you are sexually active.
Well, they talk about the good kind and what kind of people shouldn't use. Free ones you get the lifestyle, they say them not good, but I heard otherwise that it was good. They was the best ones, but they say you should use Trojans and other stuff like Magnums and all that.
I think it should be given out by the school and everybody should have them. It just help protect people. I know you're not trying to advocate for teens to have sex by giving them condoms. That's just a way if they do or if they don't to protect themselves. That way they won't, a lot of teens wouldn't have diseases that they have spreading around. A lot of people wouldn't have children right now. And to me, it's the best way to clear things up if they have them in school and out of school.
Should a guy or a girl bring the condoms?
The guys.
The boys? The guys?
Guys.
Both.
Both.
Both of them.
Both persons.
A lot of people say both, but I would just feel so awkward carrying a condom around.
It's like when you really think about it, like guys are the one that pressure you into it, and so they should have the supplies.
Usually the girls, like, not all girls, but the guy's supposed to know what to do. You know, the guy's supposed to be the one, not in charge, they're supposed to be the one starting it, I guess. And then they're supposed to know what to do, I guess.
The girl don't have to use the condom, the boy have to use it, so he should have his condoms. Not like the girl put it on, they have to put it on.
If it's your first time going, maybe some females may feel comfortable with the guy bringing it. But, I mean, other than that, if you it's not your first time doing it, then I feel like, okay, well, if you know you about to, you should have some, I mean. Because you don't want to, wait and then, you go by his house or something, he's like, oh, I forgot the condoms, and it's like, okay.
But guys can be sneaky, so girls should always have, a backup.
Say if the man only brings one, he is always supposed to have a backup, so I've heard, just in case it breaks, or if the man doesn't bring one at all. The lady is supposed to always have one also.
If you rely on just the boy to bring it, he may not bring it, so you just stuck there. It would be best if both of y'all would bring it, just in case.
What happened if the guys forget it and the girls have it? You know, if they want protected sex, then they should have condoms at all times.
How do you convince a guy to use a condom?
Consequences.
The negative
outcome and the consequences if they don't.
You could talk about how all the different STDs and stuff that's going around, and like if you don't use one, you're gonna get one. Like scare them into it almost.
If you don't want to be sick, if you don't want to burn, if you don't want to have HIV, make sure you bring a condom.
if we don't use protection, we could end up with a child, or we could end up with a STD or something that we don't want.
So what happens if you have a baby and you're not going to take care of it? Or if not, just don't do it at all.
You should explain to them how it will, like what type of diseases and precautions and all that stuff they could take before they have sex, because you could hurt yourself instead of benefiting yourself just because you want a good feeling. You can't do that. You have to protect your insides and everything.
A lot of people don't like to hear what you have to say, and especially if they're sexually active already and they haven't been using condoms. Then they're like, "What do you know? How could you convince me to do that?"
By saying that, it's like I'm not just doing it for me, I'm doing it for you too. Like, you know, to kind of get practice of using it instead of just like thinking nothing of it, because I feel that's where a lot of people go wrong sometimes. They just like think about a condom. Well, if I don't use it, I'll pull out before, you know.
To be protected, I think those are the safe people, the smart people. Even though like you were not supposed to be having sex right now, like we're young, but it's like if you're gonna do it, be smart about it. And the people who don't have it, even if you're like in the essence of the moment and you don't have one, just don't do it.
You just gotta tell them. If you don't tell them, they won't. You know, they won't know.
Tell them if you don't use a condom, you can't have any. They can't tell you no, because it's what you want to do. Because if you don't want to do it without a condom, you're not going to do it without a condom. So either they get one or they don't get nothing.